The US visa interview. Sounds terrifying, right? For most people, it's the stuff of nightmares. You imagine yourself sitting across from a stern officer, your hands sweaty, your heart pounding, and every answer feeling like it could make or break your future plans. Stories of endless waiting, grilling questions, and rejection slips haunt everyone. It's easy to get overwhelmed by all the horror stories you hear from friends, family, or even strangers online. But my interview? It lasted less than 2 minutes. Seriously, it was over before I even realized it had started. I walked in, answered a few questions, and walked out with an approval. No drama, no suspense, just a huge sigh of relief. No secret handshake, no magic spell, just preparation. I treated it like an important exam, and I made sure I was ready for anything. The key was knowing my why and communicating it clearly and confidently. I practiced my answers, rehearsed my story, and made sure I could back up every detail. I didn't leave anything to chance. I was ready, like I had the cheat codes. Every document was in order, every answer was honest and direct. So how did I turn this nerve-wracking hurdle into a quick win? It wasn't luck. It was a mix of mindset, strategy, and a little bit of self-belief. I'll show you everything. The prep, the mindset, the documents, and the exact words I used. I want you to feel as prepared as I did. Think of me as your visa sensei. I'll walk you through every step so you don't have to face this alone. If I can do it, you can too. I was just an ordinary applicant, but I made it through. This isn't about luck. It's about strategy. With the right approach, you can boost your chances and walk out with that approval. The visa officer has one big question. Will you return home? That's what they're really trying to figure out, no matter how many questions they ask. Once you understand that, the process gets much simpler. So buckle up, because I'm about to break it all down for you. We're about to demystify the B1/B2 visa process and get you ready for your own 2-minute miracle. You'll know exactly what to expect. Let's get this visa stamp. Your journey starts now. The B1/B2 visa is your ticket for temporary visits to the United States. Whether you're traveling for business, that's the B1, or for tourism and leisure, that's the B2. It's designed for people who want to attend meetings, conferences, or simply explore the sights and culture of the US for a short period. Most applicants actually receive a combination visa, which means you can do both business and tourism on the same trip, making it super flexible for travelers with multiple purposes. Here's the big secret. When you go for your visa interview, the officer is really focused on just one thing. Will you actually leave the US when your visit is over, or will you try to stay longer than allowed? The officer's job is to be skeptical and to look for any signs that you might not return home as promised. Your job, on the other hand, is to show them you have strong, genuine ties to your home country, reasons that will make you want to come back. These strong ties are your anchors. Things like a stable job, close family, property you own, or being enrolled in school. The more you can show, the better. The more anchors you have, the less likely the officer will think you'll overstay your visa. It's all about showing you're rooted at home. You don't need to be wealthy or have a fancy job. Just demonstrate that you have a real life, responsibilities, and people waiting for you back home. Paint a clear picture of a good, established life in your home country, with commitments and relationships that matter to you. Make it obvious that your US trip is just a short chapter in your bigger story, not the whole book. That's what truly convinces the officer you'll return. Let's relive my interview, step by step, so you know exactly what to expect and how to handle it. I walked up to the counter, handed over my passport, and tried to stand as confidently as I could, even though my heart was racing. The officer looked up and asked, "Why are you traveling to the United States?" Her tone was neutral, but I could tell she was paying close attention. Me. I'm going to attend a digital marketing conference in Las Vegas for 5 days, and then I'll spend a week on vacation in Los Angeles, exploring the city and relaxing. Officer. Who is paying for your trip? She glanced at my documents as she spoke. Me. My employer is covering all expenses for the conference. I'll be paying for my own vacation days, including accommodation and sightseeing. I added, I have all the supporting documents here if you'd like to see them. Bank statements, employer letter, and my itinerary. Officer. What do you do for work? She started typing as she waited for my answer. Me. I'm a senior project manager at company, and I've been with them for 4 years now. She typed for a moment, then looked up and said, "Your visa is approved. You'll get your passport in a few days." That was it. No more questions. No extra questions, no drama, no grilling. It was surprisingly straightforward. My answers were clear, confident, and matched every document I had prepared. That made all the difference. The vibe? It was professional, efficient, and honestly much quicker than I expected. Preparation did the talking for me. I had rehearsed my answers and double-checked my paperwork the night before. Be direct, be honest, and don't over-explain. Just answer what's asked and keep it simple. The officer wants to see that you're prepared, trustworthy, and genuine. That's how you win. 2 minutes, and you're done, if you're ready. Success is all about prep. Be honest. Officers spot lies instantly. Practice clear, concise answers to common questions. Why are you going? Who's paying? What do you do? Where will you stay? Don't over-explain. Keep it short and direct. Focus on your strong ties. Job, family, property, school. Be ready to talk about them with specifics, not just titles. Prepare your documents. Appointment confirmation, DS-160, passport, photos, employment letter, pay stubs, bank statements, property deeds, travel itinerary. Only show documents if asked. Keep everything organized and ready. Don't shove papers at the officer. Confidence is key. Your real story, told simply, is your best asset. Practice until you sound natural and sure. Walk in ready, and you'll walk out approved. That's the formula. Why do people get denied? Vague or inconsistent answers are the top reason. If your story doesn't match your DS-160 form, that's a red flag. Failing to show strong ties is another. You might have a great job or family, but if you can't explain it clearly, it doesn't count. Being overly nervous or giving too much information can hurt you. Practice builds confidence. Don't ramble or volunteer extra details. Avoid sponsors with questionable immigration history. Make sure your travel plans make sense for your finances. Don't claim you'll spend more than you can afford. Everything should be believable and consistent. Paint a trustworthy, logical picture. That's how you avoid denial. The secret isn't a secret. It's preparation, clarity, and confidence. The officer isn't your enemy. They're just doing their job. Think of the interview as a presentation, not an interrogation. Focus on what you control, your application, documents, and answers. Fill out your DS-160 yourself and know every detail. Honesty and consistency are your best tools. Prove your strong ties. Your life at home is valuable. Your US trip is a temporary adventure, not a move. Believe it yourself and let that confidence show. Be polite, direct, and respectful. Walk in knowing you're ready. When you get that approval, know it wasn't luck. It was you. Now go get that visa stamp.